After I moved all the components from Mobile 8 frame to this carbon fiber frame, I also changed the props from 2023 like 50mm props to these 45mm props because the larger props didn't fit the frame. After that, I started getting like 50% longer flight time. And now I want to test like what was the reason why I'm getting longer flight time now. So is it because of the push orientation? Is it because of the missing ducts? There are no ducts in this frame, so I get better performance. So I want to swap the larger propellers back and test the flight time. So in order to do that, I will be putting standoffs between the motor and the frame. The original motor screws are M1.6 by 4, so I got longer screws M1.6 by 8 and 4mm standoffs, aluminum standoffs. So it will be something like this. I put standoffs between the frame and the motor, which allow the prop to stay clear of the flight controller, barely, while still having a little bit of clearance between the legs and the landing surface. So I will replace all the propellers, put the standoffs between all the motors and the frame, and test the flight time. And this by no means is a permanent solution. No, it's just for testing. And after the test, I will figure out if I need to think of something to keep the bigger props, the larger props, or to switch back to the smaller props. So for what I see, the flight time is a little bit shorter than it was on 45mm props. And I feel like these props are overloading the battery, the motors, the battery. So I got a flight controller restart once. So for this weight, these props are too big, I believe. After a couple of flights with these propellers, it feels like the flight time is shorter. The current that is required for hovering is a little bit higher, and I saw how the flight controller restarted after I crashed. So I have crash recoveries. This is the reason why after a crash there is a spike in voltage. So the motors overloaded the battery, voltage dropped, and the flight controller restarted itself. And I took a look at the logs. These propellers reach maximum of 40,000 RPM. But this is still lower than 45 millimeter props. It's a little bit higher now in this frame. It was 38,000 in Mobile 8 frame and 40,000 in this frame. But I will be going back to the smaller props, because I cannot afford having the flight controller restart itself after I crash into something. Because if I crash into something with this pusher configuration and drop, I will not be able to take off. There is very little space between the ground and the props, so I will not be able to take off, let alone having the quad drop from an altitude. So I will be going back to the smaller props, which will not be upper loading the battery.